pointed out, who have come to this campus, leaving apart their comfort, to become something in your life. I'm sure you guys are excited. The first day in colleges or campuses, as it is, it's very exciting because that you are curious to know who are my professors, are my batchmates, and what I'll be doing next 2 years in the campus. So we will call this excitement and spark and happiness. We will not talk about anything else. So we'll talk about spark. We're going to talk about keeping the spark shining, or to put it another way, how to be happy most of the time, if not all the time. So where do these sparks start from? I guess we all are born with certain sparks. Kids have million sparks. A little toy or candy can make a kid jump out of his bed. They get thrills spending time at the parks with the daddy telling them some stories. So when we see students like you, I feel there is a spark, the happiness. Do you see? And when we see older people, not say older people, I'll say the people who have spent some good amount of time doing what they've been doing, the sparks starts getting fade. So, quoting an example, if you have seen Kareena Kapoor in Jab We Met, the first half versus the second half, somewhere the spark got lost in that movie. So I'm going to talk about this entire thing in two parts, which will be first aspect will be nurturing your spark and happiness, and the second will be how to guard against them, that happiness. To nurture, always have goals. It's human to strive, improve and achieve full potential. In fact, that is what we call successes. There are various parameters of success. For few, success means different meanings. In all of us, success has a different meaning. So is what it possible for you? Is it any external measure, a certain cost to company pay packages, a particular car or a house, which in future you will be striving for? Most of us here are from middle class families. To us, having material landmarks is success. And rightly so, when you have grown up where money, constraint force everyday choices, financial freedom is a big achievement for us. And rightly so, the next managers will be getting in the same rut what we are in life. So, but it isn't the purpose of life. If that was the case, Mr. Tata would not have gone to office every day. Salman, Kareena, Ranveer, they would not have danced every day to earn. Steve Jobs would not have worked hard to make a better phone. Remember, he sold Pixar for $1 billion. He would have taken a convenient palatial holiday somewhere and stopped working. If you study hard, you can improve your rank. If you make an effort to interact with people, you will do better in interviews. If you practice, your cricket might get better. But remember, Lara and Tendulkar, you cannot become, but you can always strive better than them to the next level. You can always go to the next level than them. Nature has designed with a random set of genes and circumstances in which we all are born to be happy. We have accepted it in and make the most nature's design. Goal will help you to do that. I must add, don't just have career or academic goals. Set goals to have a balanced, successful life. I use word balance before successful because balance means ensuring your health, relationship, mental peace, all are in good shape. There is no point getting off a promotion on the day of your breakup. There is no fun driving a car if it gets your back hurts. Shopping is not enjoyable if your mind is full of tensions, works. So there are some quotes which you guys have heard. Life is tough race, it's a marathon or whatever. Or the Three Idiots, the professor says life is a race. Then after that, there are multiple things what Three Idiots have conveyed. No, from what I have seen so far, life is one of the races in nursery schools where you have to run with the marble in school kept in a mouth. If the marble falls, there is no point coming first. Same as with life, where health and relations are marble. Your striving is only worth if there is harmony in your life. Else you may achieve the success, but this spark, this feeling of being excited and alive will start to die. So one last thing about nurturing the sparks, and then we will move on to the second thing, which is, I say don't take things too seriously. Take seriously, but don't take it too seriously. So one quote, one example, one yoga teachers used to make students laugh during their sessions. So one student asked them, if these jokes would take away something from the yoga practice. So the teacher said, don't be serious, be sincere. So whatever you do, be sincere. And I will tell you what 5 points I have derived out of this video which you have seen. And probably that's the sutra of any happiness or the working mantras what we follow these days. Remember, we are like a prepaid card. Life is very limited. It has got a very limited validity. Probably if everything goes well, we will live for another 40-50 years. Which is like 2,000 and 2,500 weekends for us. So is it worth? Do we really get so worked up about that? So reasonable goals, balance, and not taking it life too seriously, that's what nurture and spark is going to be. Now I'll tell you the second part of it, the 4 storms when you be this happiness and this sparks will become the hindrance of your life, and you have to guard against them very well, which will be a disappointment, unfairness. You will feel these frustrations and loner, and that you have become a loner or you have become isolated in your life as you go ahead in your life. And so these are just hindrances in your life. So you have to overcome. Don't feel so dejected if your efforts does not give you an expected return. If things go as planned, or if you have faced failure, you will get your due in some time. So don't feel so disappointed if you have started doing something. Be sincere to what you do. So we all feel frustrated at certain point in times, but do we have to be feel like that all the time? We feel every day in our day-to-day life, you get stuck in a jam, your meetings don't go well, whatever you think that you have to deliver this does not go well. But I don't have to feel, or people don't have to feel so frustrated about it. The cue is, this shall also pass by. It's just a phase, it will always pass by. Unfairness, this is the hardest what we feel day to day life. We all feel people with connection, rich dads, can easily get away with anything what we think. But there are few lucky ones who get away with, who without being called so unfair, get into things. Merits and hard work is not always linked to achievement. So you will get your own due in a stipulated, limited period of time. Everyone gets their due. Sooner or later, everyone is going to get that. Isolation and loner, as I said, as you grow old, you will realize you are unique. In another next 2 years, you will also feel that you are unique in somewhat. And you will certainly feel that I am better than that, or your thoughts with each other will not match. And in the bargain, you might, as you go ahead, you might feel that what have you left behind in pursuit to achieve or to pass, and to pass amongst your own batchmates. So the thunderstorms what we have talked, disappointment, frustration, unfairness and isolations or loneliness, you cannot avoid them. You will feel, we feel, I feel, everyone feels in our day-to-day life. But it's like a monsoon which shall pass by. That's what I feel. So I'll only give you, as you go ahead, I will give you only tell you 5 sutras out of what I have derived out of this videos. You should have a problem solving approach. We often see in day-to-day life, we always approach people with the problems, but we don't approach people with solutions. So if you have a problem, please try to find out the solutions as well. And as tomorrow you are he said you are not a, Dr. Saab said that you are management trainees now. So when we recruit someone in our organization, we also look so many points. And trust me, the guy who has a problem and who comes with a solution is 1,000 times better who has achieved his XLRI or ISB or IAMs. So I personally feel if you have a problem, you should try to find out multiple solutions of it as well. So if you approach tomorrow, when I approach my boss, I don't go to him with the problems. I try to find out a solution and tell him this is the way we can do it, or this is the way we can make things works out. Second is don't give up. Third is discipline, which is the key. So sincerity and discipline is lead from front, which I personally feel that you have to lead from the front. And we have a Colonel Saab amongst us, and when you interact with him offline, the troops, you have to teach something to your troops, you have to lead them. I also come from a forces background. My wife is a serving major. So if you have to tell someone, if you have to lead your troops, he has done empty number of times in his career and his life, lead from front. So similarly, if you have tomorrow, as he said, you are a management trainee right now. So tomorrow when you will start leading teams in your career, you have to don't just sit and say ki this will happen on its own. Try to lead from front and explain to your teammates, to your people, that I am capable of doing it. This is the way how things should be done. Last, there are no shortcuts to life. I mean, I haven't seen, in my career at least, any shortcuts. People who have taken a shortcut in their life, they have achieved something, but on a longer run, it's just a momentary phase that they can enjoy the success, but on a longer run, there are no shortcuts to life. The last point which I want to make is a teamwork. The team who works together grows together. So probably tomorrow when you will be in a finance, you will be joining marketing, sales, HR. Take your team along with you. So teamwork makes, when I see teams who work together, they really grow faster together. The cohesiveness among them is far, far better than a lot of the people who are just loner, who just want to portray that they are the leaders and walk alone. And I will say to you guys, when you start interacting with each, on your own with each other, you will learn a lot of things with your own peer groups, with your own batchmates. Everyone is unique. The mantra which I always follow is that learning never stops. So every day I learn something new. I'll try to learn something new from every incident or every hour which has passed by. I try to take what's good about what was good in this, what is bad in this. So don't feel always that everything is bad and what is bad which is happening in your life. No, it's not about that. Try to find out happiness and goodness in that as well. So I welcome you guys for the wonderful years of your life. Given a chance, I will also surely go back to college, not school, but college is one thing which I will also go back. And I'll try to keep on doing some little courses where I can relive those days. So I can wish all the success, happiness, not today, but down the line when we see, I'm surely we will see some of you down the line, 10 years down the line. So keep smiling, keep shining, keep the happiness mantra always alive. And I wish you all the luck on your joining this particular for next 2 years.